left. I mean, they're insane. They're movies. But they're actually meeting on some of the things. And what we have to do is we have to secure that part of the base of our support in the United States. That is being challenged systematically. A lot of this is done with money. Money of NGOs, vast. Money of governments, vaster. Okay? We have to fight back. How do we fight back? Our influencers. I think you should also talk to them if you have a chance. To that community, they're very important.
This is Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu talking about far-right influencers. In fact, we saw the letter that Charlie Kirk wrote to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, which disclosed his opinion on how Israel needs to be thinking about combating the media war. And I think that there's actually a lot that we, as the pro-Israel camp and Jews and allies, can take away. But it's really interesting to hear what he has to say here. So if you're brand new to this channel, welcome. I'm the other Barak, coming to you live and direct most of the time here from the Holy Land in Israel. Folks, we hit 200,000 subscribers recently. If you are brand new, please press that subscribe button, press that bell icon. We put out a lot of content here, almost 3 to 4 videos a day. You want to make sure that you are staying up to date.
So something I would like to raise, which was actually my first published paper, was how you and the Likud party are cut from the same ideological cloth as Trump and the GOP in America. And so specifically with Charlie Kirk's assassination, who was a big mentor of mine, he's my first mentor in the space, evangelicals, from all my research, evangelicals are the reason that Israel has been supported in public sphere outside of just Jews. So with Charlie's assassination and with the kind of trajectory that we see with like Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson, I guess I'm curious about what's another game plan if we lose evangelical support for the state of Israel. What's our backup plan to be strong, like outside of the diaspora?
Christian influencers, okay? You said, we talked about the woke right, and you said, I call it the woke Reich. That's a brilliant observation. The woke right, because these people, you know, they're not any different from the woke left. I mean, they're insane. They're movies. But they're actually meeting on some of the things. And what we have to do is we have to secure that part of the base of our support in the United States. That is being challenged systematically. A lot of this is done with money. Money of NGOs, vast. Money of governments, vaster. Okay? We have to fight back. How do we fight back? Our influencers. I think you should also talk to them if you have a chance. To that community, they're very important. And secondly, we're going to have to use the tools of battle. You know, the weapons change over time. You can't fight today with swords. That doesn't work very well. Okay, and you can't fight with cavalry. That doesn't work very well. And you have these new things, you know, like drones, things like that. I won't get into that. But we have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefields in which we're engaged. And the most important ones are the social media. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is
Followers.
TikTok. TikTok, number one. And I hope it goes through because it can be consequential. And the other one, what's the other one that's most important? X. Exactly. Very good. And, you know, so we have to talk to Elon. He's not an enemy. He's a friend. We should talk to him. Now, if we can get those two things, we get a lot. And I could go on other things, but that's not the point right now. We have to fight the fight, okay? To give direction to the Jewish people and give direction to our non-Jewish friends or those who could be our Jewish our friends. Are we going to succeed with everyone? No. Will there be a strong counterpart? Yes.
I talk about Israel's imperfections a lot on this channel. One of the biggest ones is their lack of ability to tell the story of Israel, to tell it well, to tell it to the diaspora. The pro-Israel influencer landscape has created a cyclical movement of content kind of just like being distributed to each other. It's just like we've thrusted all of our ideas into a laundry machine, and then the laundry machine doors shut, and then we press start. And then everything just starts turning over and over and over and over. And the point is for us to manage to open that door and let our ideas and content filter out into the world. But because we can't seem to step out of the ecosystem by allowing that door to open, everything just bounces back, just like the clothes inside of a laundry machine. I just freestyled that, by the way. I don't know how I come up with that with this level of fatigue and tiredness, but here we are, because that is the perfect analogy for why most people who are trying to tell Israel's story don't succeed in reaching the people outside the echo chamber. I really do think it starts, just like he said, with the allies, the non-Jewish allies of Israel and the Jewish people, arguably most important, the Christian community. Right now I'm with a delegation, when this video was filmed on the weekend, with a delegation of pastors and influencers and music artists, all the way from Brazil to Canada to America to Australia, from all over the world. And it's like so clear to me that like all of us should be investing our time in our non-Jewish allies across the world. Because when we just invest our time into just repeating ourselves to the Jewish community, guys, sorry, it's not going to go outside of the Jewish community. It doesn't, the content is not tailored to anybody else. It's a shame we're having this conversation right now, because this is why I have to do what I have to do, because we're not very good at it. Israel needs to be investing in more people like myself, who is not from Israel originally, who has native mother tongue English, who speaks the language, who understands the culture, the nuances, the slang, the mannerisms from America. I'm from Boston. You guys know that. Delegate me to speak to Bostonians, and then delegate somebody else who's from Tampa to speak to people from Tampa, Florida, et cetera, et cetera. Rinse and repeat, and create a strategic plan for each one. Like, reverse it. Don't try to... You cannot stand in a uniform and talk to the world and tell them, no, everything that we do is amazing. Come have falafel, have shawarma, come and have sit on the beach in Tel Aviv. It's not going to work. They don't want to come see it in the first place, especially when you're wearing an army uniform and you have this accent like you aren't from... It's not going to work, bro. The first barrier to entry of culture with somebody is typically language. If you can't overcome that barrier, then you have to overcome it somewhere else. But if language is going to be the first thing, that better be the first thing that you think about when you're trying to talk about something as polarizing as the Middle Eastern conflict. In my opinion, and I'm not a genius here, I don't come from the geopolitical world or conflict resolution for global crises, but just seems like a no-brainer. You know, I think y'all are with me on this too. Let me know what you think in the comment section. So thank you so much for all your support. Here's a note from me.
Here are 4 ways you can help us grow if you believe in our mission. On Buy Me a Coffee and PayPal, you can directly contribute to helping this message grow and reach more people across the world. If you want to join the inner circle, join our Patreon with different tiers, and of course, our Discord community, which is free with people from all across the world. The links to one are in the description. And last but not least, to the other Brock community, I love you. Ani ohev otchem. I'll see you guys next time.